we need to do today, but I want to keep it representative, so I don't want to do any work on these that isn't something you guys can follow along with. So I'm going to put a top coat on these, easy peasy, and then these are my girls that I started. So these need a first coat on there, and these need a second coat. So I'm going to start here because I've got a little bit of my kind of fake baked with love, my get baked. So let me get my ducks in a... All right. So quick little session today, and we'll keep it rolling. We'll keep the progress going. I posted on my Instagram that I was going to be trying to shoot for averaging finishing 6 shoes a month for 10 months, and the reception there has been great. People are very excited. Thanks, babe. People are very excited about that. I think people, came through the short carnival season and kind of felt like it was a short carnival season, understandably. Scalding hot take there. The short carnival season was short. And so I think people are kind of vibing with the idea that if you get a nice, good, big head start, you can enjoy yourself, your city, your culture, your people, your season more. So that's what we're doing. And and over on Instagram, I had some people saying, oh yeah, I love the pizza shoe. Pizza shoe is a great one. It's just a classic little sculptural shoe. Feels nice and fun. All right, one down. So first session for the pizza shoe, first session is you cut off the straps and you do silver. And then I've started doing the gold there. Oh, zoom. And we jumped around a little bit on the pizza shoe, so you can kind of, but I want to try to go in order. I was kind of like laying out what I think the sessions would entail, like what the schedule is going to be. And I will post that so people can, if they want to follow along, sort of figure out where they're at and what they're going to do. But for today, we're just putting the top coat. So you have seen me work on pizza shoes that are a little bit further along, and I don't object to that per se, but I would like to, my goal for the YouTube lives, and I will do some lives that are unrelated to this. I will do some that are just chilling. Oh, I also realized I am pretty new to doing lives on YouTube. During COVID, I did Facebook lives for the glitter store, and I did those Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I would do an hour, and that was great. I am unaccustomed to YouTube, so I'm kind of getting used to the format. So I am realizing that if I do a live and people comment on the live and I respond to the comment in the live, later it won't be there. The comments won't be there. So rewatch was a big thing for people who did my glitter videos during COVID. So I'm going to try to, if I see a question like, hey, what color is that? I'm going to say, I'm seeing a question that says, what color is that? And this is why I will try to answer it. So I'm going to try to make it flow a little bit more coherently. Thank you for bearing with me and for, All right. So today we are just putting the first coat of baked glitter. And here we go. And so for folks who are joining me who are not in New Orleans, I will probably have to say this every single time because YouTube is kind of that kind of place. I am a member of the Crew of Muses. That is a club here in New Orleans. You can't see because it's reversed. I should also figure out how to do that. But Sing Muse, the evocation of the goddess of inspiration. So I'm a part of a club in New Orleans. And what we do is all year round, we make little shoe sculptures. We start with thrifted shoes or donated shoes, very gently used shoes, and we decorate them into little glittered sculptures. And you can make all sorts of things. I have some that I can show. But if you check out the Crew of Muses, and crew in New Orleans is spelled not like a pirate crew, although that is not a dissimilar, that is not, we do have that vibe. Crew is Krewe in New Orleans. So that's us. There are a lot of little clubs like that. They throw a parade and do social events and social aid stuff all throughout the year. Do charities and causes and stuff, and then have a parade once a year. Alrighty. All right. So that is those 4. And we are kind of at the dregs. All right, I'm kind of keeping an eye on if there's questions, but I also might. The easiest thing is probably to do comments, to take it separately. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and add, this is a 1/2 pound of Baked with Love, which is the sort of toasty gold that we sell at the glitter store. And that's going to be what I use for my king cake shoes. So this has gotten a first coat. I always do 2 coats on my shoes. Different crews will have different throws that they do. And throws is a loose term. Throws just means gifts that we give out during our parade. Most of the people who follow me and watch me are already in the kind of glitter culture. So throws is just the term for the gifts that we give out during carnival time. Carnival is a season in New Orleans. We just finished carnival season for 2026, but we are getting ready for 2027. Because, as we say at the glitter store, you don't have to get ready if you stay ready. So this has already gotten a first coat, first session of the project I did. And I'm doing this at a weird angle because I want it to show for folks who are following along and glittering their shoes. So first session, we did the coat on the inside, the outside. That was our base coat. We used our kind of dregs, our sort of mixed Baked with Love bits. And now that I've used all that up, I'm going to switch over to my fresh, clean, uncontaminated, brand new bag. There she is. And I'm just going to pour it everywhere that my wet glue is. And as a reminder, I use a mix of 1/2 and 1/2 Mod Podge and Aleene's Tacky Glue. That is my go-to. They are a similar formula, but Mod Podge is a little thinner. Tacky Glue is a little thicker. So if you mix the 2 of them together, you get kind of a perfect little balance. Yeah, I am unaccustomed to the YouTube format, so I don't really quite know who YouTube is showing me to. But I imagine the algorithm will give up on me and I'll be back amongst my glitter people reasonably soon. All right. Okay. So that's 1 shoe down. We got 2 more to go. I'm going to go ahead and finish these up, and that'll just be my session for today. It's a short one, but I want to keep it rolling because we got to keep moving. And I want to make sure we continue to make progress because it's a big goal to do 6 per month. And I want to make sure. I want to make sure that we keep it rolling. I want to make sure that we meet our goals. So I'm painting the glue everywhere I want there to be a coat of glitter. My second coat goes on a lot smoother than my first, which is part of the process. And I go pretty fast. I've been doing this for a very long time. If you are following along and doing your glitter throws, you do not need to go as fast as me. Go whatever speed feels appropriate for you. Get all the little nooks and crannies. All right. When you're doing your second coat, you want to make sure you get it nice and even. First coat kind of just needs to be on there. Second coat, you want a nice even cover. All right. Okay, glue everywhere. Okay. All right. I have a piece of paper to catch the glitter. All right. I want to make sure everywhere that the glue is painted onto the shoe, I have the glitter sticking. All right. Nice and smooth. So that's my top coat. So I'm done with glittering on that. On that coat, that'll be my last coat there. I will go ahead and do the bottom and the heel when this has dried. So first session was the first coat on the inside and the outside. Second session was the heel and the sole of the shoe. This, my third session, is going to be my top coat. And a king cake shoe goes a lot faster than any other type of shoe because it's monochromatic. So I can do the ins. Every time you switch colors, you have to wait, and it's very beautiful to put a ton of colors. But if you do like a rainbow, you have to let it set up completely between colors. All right. So I'm going pretty zippy because I want to keep it moving, but also everybody's got lots to do, so. And, you know, they do not need to be, I try to do clean work. I try to execute it as cleanly as I can, but also they are throws to be gifted, so things that are handmade have natural imperfections in them because they are made by hand. So there's nothing wrong with maintaining your perspective that handmade things do not need to be perfect. And I know Nikki mentioned that she struggled. I was joking that it's good to let go of your perfectionism, that I lost her on that. I feel you, Nikki, but it's... I'm not saying it's easy to let go of the perfectionism, but it's a lofty goal. All right. Almost done. And then this was a quick little session. Easy peasy. We just keeping it rolling. And I'll probably do longer ones to get the toppings all crafted and whatnot. But as I get more and more used to the format, you know, I'll kind of find my way. Because I have done lives, but not so much YouTube, so I'm new here. Okay, so easy peasy, quick little 12-minute session there. So we've got the gold on the pizza portion of our 4 pizza slices, and I might, you know, I have 2 pairs, so I kind of was doing that. And I got the top coat on what's gonna be my 3 king cake shoes. Once I have those totally glittered. So this was the session for today. This is kind of where I'm gonna stop for now because I got other stuff to take care of, but I wanted to keep it moving and I wanted to keep the sessions rolling. So we are rolling. So if you are following along, this is where we're at. Next, what we did, first 2 sessions, we're getting the first coat of glitter on our king cake shoes, getting the straps cut off, getting the silver and getting the gold. Next session will be the silver on the bottom of the pizza, first coat. And then the next session will be the bottom and the heel. And then that'll be totally glittered. It'll be ready for its fake frosting. So thank you all for joining me. And we're going to keep moving towards that goal little by little, small bites. And everybody have a great day.